What's up, everybody? I'm going to be doing a live alternative play-by-play of the Dodgers game, which means I'm going to be watching with no sound. I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. I'm watching on Spectrum, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Let me just make sure everything's working. It always takes a little while. You are live. The internet can totally see you now. To stop, use your encoder. All right, so it looks like I'm good. And we got a pretty big game today. We're the Dodgers versus the Phillies, and we got Kershaw coming back. And Kershaw is our ace pitcher. Like, he's the best around. But he definitely got blown up early in the season. Definitely got blown up. And he's coming back, and I got about 10 more minutes before the game starts, and it usually takes a little while for people to come. And yeah, but this still isn't coming up. It's got to be working. All right, here we go. Let's read some Dodgers news. Bam. Here we go. ESPN, or Sports Illustrated. Clayton Kershaw has started nearly 400 games from spring training to the World Series, which means he has woken up nearly 400 times and put on the same once hit Under Armour shirt under his Dodger jersey. If first pitch is at 7:10 p.m., he straps heat packs on his left arm at 5:58. He enters the dugout and drinks a cup of water at 6:20. He begins warming up at 6:23. He stretches at 6:30. And so he's right now, Kershaw's probably stretching and warming up. You know, I guess I'm glad we got this. He stretches. Okay, anyway, it says Brandon McDaniel, the Dodgers strength coach, not 6:36:02. And then Kershaw utters the same words he has before every start since his major league debut, trying to steady his heart rate. Lord, whatever happens, be with me. And, you know, that's probably a pretty good thing to say. Anyway, if anybody's here, tell me what you think about the Dodgers. Is anybody here? It usually takes a little while for people to come. So yeah, make sure you let me know. The game is starting in 5 minutes. Here is the story we tell about him. The greatest pitcher of his generation is incomplete without a championship. He has 3 Cy Young Awards, an MVP, the lowest ERA by a starter, 2.37, but in the playoffs, not good. In the postseason elimination games, he's 1-3 with a 5.6 ERA. In last year's World Series against the Astros, the closest the Dodgers have to winning their title in 3 decades. That is true. That is very sad. His team gave him leads of 4 runs, and later, he blew both. In Game 7, with LA down 5-0, Kershaw threw 3 4-shutout innings of relief, but it was too late. Yeah, we should have just started Kershaw that game. I don't know what we were thinking. You guys remember that? We should have just started Kershaw that game. Let's take a look. Anybody here? Philly 500. What's up, man? Glad you're here. It usually takes a little while for peeps to come. But yeah, we should have definitely started Kershaw last year in Game 7. Now I'm just reading Dodger news. And we got basketball coming up, so that's good too. Loads of entertainment. Is that you still here? I saw the first like 10 seconds of your video today with the Vikings being butthurt. Maybe longer than that. But then I had to change it. I think I was driving. Man, and this thing's broken. But anyway, going back to reading Dodger news. Thanks for coming. Try to make this entertaining. Oh, now we got warm up, and we're taking a look at Aaron Nola. 6.2. All right, so this is wrong. C. Hernandez is not pitching. I think it's this guy. Oh no, Nola. Oh no, he's Saturday against Toronto. So they're doing the warm-ups. And yeah, they're saying something about Kershaw, and they're showing loads of replays about Kershaw, and we just need him to be really good. He was kind of our everything there for a little while, just pitching wise. He was so guaranteed. And this season, not quite so much, but I'm glad we got 22. Clayton Kershaw, good looking guy. It may be a little awkward, like just the way that he does everything he does, but you know what, good looking guy. And yep, now we're back to commercial break. So close that down. I thought yesterday was an old notification. Yeah, well, it's because I messed that one up and I didn't put the right title on it. I just kept the title from last time because it saves. So yeah, it was the wrong title. That one's not your fault, but thanks for coming around this time. It's gonna be a sweet Dodgers game, and I'm gonna get better at the play-by-play of doing Dodgers. But there's one problem that I see is, like, take a look. It says free game of the day. Free game of the day, and that's probably not good for YouTube Dodgers because people can just go watch it for free. But we're still doing warm-ups. You know, I'm just gonna try to stop fixing this right now. There's no point in having it on me. Oh, and I forgot to send out a tweet, but that's okay. So let's go back. Well, let's just see if the game's on yet. Nope, game's not on. But it's gonna be a good game. And Phillies, this is the Phillies. I don't know if you watch baseball or not. Oh yeah, I did get your message. And mainly just how can you make so many videos without getting in trouble with the missus? How do you deal with that? Because I can't make as many as I want. I don't know how to explain it to people. But that was my overall question. But what do you think about the Phillies? Do you watch them? I did it yesterday for a few innings, and I did not see one guy batting over 300. And well, this guy Hernandez, well, one of these pitchers, I mean, I don't know who's pitching. Let's go back. Commercial break in progress. So let's see, it should start in a minute according to Google, but they usually start a little bit late. And I'm gonna have to get my pre-games figured out. But usually I don't even get to the beginning of the I love the Phillies, but I've not watched a lot. I don't have the MLB package. Yeah, well, you know what, they didn't look so solid yesterday, and that's all I really know about them. But your videos are pretty funny, dude. Like, you make them entertaining, would be a good way to put it. You're able to make your videos entertaining, and that is a hard thing to do. So I really like your videos, and I gotta start incorporating some stuff in there. But I kind of just, when I do my play-by-play, I just kind of do it like this. But I gotta step up my game and just make it funnier. You know, you make yours entertainment. Like, yours is way more entertainment. The thing with the woman is just playing around. Yeah, well, my YouTube career is pretty, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I just do different stuff and just see what works. So yeah, I got to plan around it. And you know what? She has been getting a little bit better about it. And the fact that Sports Fury was able to break out like that only helped, because I can say, see, look, this is kind of what I was trying. Look at this. And she did get it a little bit more. But it's hard to explain YouTube to people. Have you ever tried explaining YouTube to anybody? Not easy. Here we go. Phillies lineup. They just showed it to me. I totally missed it. Clayton Kershaw, 7 starts. He's 1-4, 2.8 ERA in 44 innings. But he does get a lot of strikeouts. All right, I'm gonna close this down. Yeah, your videos are entertaining, and I'm you know, honestly, dude, I'm not the best at sports. So it's hard for me to when it comes to the sports, it's hard for me sometimes. But your videos are entertaining. That is for damn sure. And you just put in the extra effort to make them fun. And they're fun. Here we go. Clayton Kershaw. He's a lefty. Here's the pitch. First one in forever. Oh, still warming up. They threw it down to second. Looking in the outfield. Not the best sales, but this game is at 4:35 and people are just getting off work. And to get down to, you know, Dodger Stadium isn't, you know, when there's bad traffic, it's bad, but it's not that bad. You can get down to Dodger Stadium at 5 o'clock. You're kind of going the opposite direction as the commuting traffic. So people got to stop complaining about traffic. You can get down there. No complaining. And here we go. We got Cesar Hernandez batting .269, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. If this is the second baseman, he's the only person that impressed me yesterday. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on, and that's a base hit right off the bat. And Hernandez, this guy gets the job done. This guy definitely gets the job done. Let's take a look on the the computer, and that was low and 90. Not a lot of movement on that one. And Hernandez just put the bat on the ball. I don't think Kershaw thought that he was going to be swinging at the first pitch, and that was actually a strike, and he just swung and bam. So right off the bat, this is not a good sign. Kershaw's doing the weird thing. Come on, buddy, just throw some strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Outside corner, here's Aaron Alter, batting 195, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs. This is what I'm talking about, people. These guys are all batting under like 250. This guy's 195. He's batting second. Goodness gracious. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low. And ball one. And yeah, they're talking about Alter right now. And he's got a weird chin thing that he's got to, you know, maybe just shave that off. He's got a weird, it's a little bit weird. I mean, it's like if you put in the effort to shave off the rest of your beard, just finish the job. Here's the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, but actually Alter almost won on it. But that's caught by Grandal, the catcher, who's pretty solid behind the plate, but he's also good with the bat. And now we're taking a look at Dodger Stadium. A lot of empty seats in the outfield. No doubt about that. A lot of empty seats. And now we're looking at Dave Roberts, the genius coach who, you know, just does weird stuff. But it worked up until the World Series. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is hit hard to second. They might turn two. They do turn two. And who's that guy? No, that was shortstop, Kike Hernandez. And then what's Valera? So Valera, where did this guy Valera come from? Chase Utley. He's usually the guy playing second. And I do seem to like Chase Utley. He's the Anderson Cooper of baseball. And he gets on base. It's crazy. Like, what happened to Chase Utley? But now we're watching him turn two. And yeah, Muncy's playing first. So where's Bellinger? Genius coach Dave Roberts. And now they're looking at Muncy. Way to go. He looks like George Costanza. Ball one to what's got to be one of the shortest players I've seen in the league so far. He's batting over 300, 320. It's a miracle. 7 home runs, 32 RBIs. Herrera. Adubel Herrera. He looks pretty sweet in the box. I like this guy so far. He looks very short, but I do like this guy. He's got some sweet hair. He's got some sweet shades. And he just looks cool when he's about to hit. And he's got 32 RBIs. That's not bad. And now they're taking a look at the who was the guy? Oh, Stripling. That was the guy. Oh, Ross Stripling. They're showing us last night. 7 innings pitched. And here's the pitch. Over the plate. Swung on. Fouled away. Make sure you leave some comments. Is anybody here? Got to remember to keep this open. Lakers and Dodgers for life. What's up, man? Oh, it says YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain. Well, this can't be good. I think it's lagging right now. And anytime it's ever lagged, people left. Now let's refresh that. You know, Spectrum knows what's going on. They're like, we got to shut this guy down. No more internet for you. And back to the game. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch from Kershaw. That is swung on and caught by the second baseman. That was a diving catch, and that's 3 outs. That is a good catch from... I'm getting low. It's coming up red, everybody. YouTube is coming up red. Oh, now we got the replay from Valera. You know, I don't think Chase Utley could have got that one, but that was a great hit from Herrera. Great hit. And it looked like it was going to the gap, but then Valera came out of nowhere and made the diving catch. That was pretty sweet. And great to see the 1-2-3 or inning or close to it from Kershaw. Just get through the first inning, but I will say they were hitting him pretty hard. And we're going to commercial break. Let's see if my YouTube's going better. Nope, still YouTube is not. Yep, my YouTube is red. No, that's not going to be good. Well, I don't think anybody's going to be here, but, you know, I'm just going to take a look at the OBS. Well, that's coming up green. This one is red. It's definitely lagging. Gonna refresh it again. We're on a commercial break, so don't worry about the Dodgers. You're not missing anything. We're about to be up. Still the first inning. And if anybody's still here, thanks for still being here. If I'm lagging, my bad. And but who knows, maybe I'm not lagging, and then now I'm complaining about lagging, which is actually even worse. So I'm just gonna pretend that it's not lagging, because what can I do? Still on commercial break. It's about to be over. You know what? Let's refresh that one. You know what? I think my internet is something is wrong with the internet. Oh, here we go. We're back. And YouTube, my bad for lagginess or anyway, it's coming up red, and that's never good. Here we go. Dodgers lineup: Jock Peterson, Max Muncy, Justin Turner, Yasmani Grandal, Cody Bellinger, Yasiel Puig, Brevik Valera, that guy's new, Kike Hernandez, and Clayton Kershaw. All right, this is a lineup that I can recognize. You know, we got Jock Peterson still in there. Let's get Taylor back to leading off. Cancel. Now I just got a weird pop-up. So anyway, thanks for coming. If anybody's still here. It says red. Something's going on. And Jock Peterson is up at the plate right now. He's batting .254, 1 home run, 18 RBIs, but really well in the last 12 games, .333. So he's running hot. And we got this guy Nola pitching for the Phillies. And here's the pitch. Over the plate, ball 1. And it's 1-1 right now. That was 93 miles an hour. Yep, my internet's going slow. My bad, people. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Jock Peterson was... That one was a very confident swing from Jock Peterson. And I don't know where he comes from, but he sounds Canadian. I really hope he's Canadian. Jock Peterson. It sounds like he comes from the French-speaking area of Canada. So that would make me happy. And this guy Nola, you know, he looks, you know, he doesn't look too confident. He's got some pretty sweet hair though. Like he's got hair that kind of, he looks like a young strong guy. That's for sure. Maybe he should be riding dirt bikes in his spare time. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Peterson in the dirt, ball 2. So it's 2-2. That was 79 miles an hour curveball. And Peterson didn't bite on that one for a second. And he does look a little bit Canadian, doesn't he? Jock Peterson. Anyway, now we're looking at Dave Roberts, Genius Coach, back to the game. Here's the windup from Nola. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on. And that is going to be an out. That was a pop-up to center field. And that guy, 37, he's taking care of business. And here comes George Costanza. But you know what? He plays pretty well. Max Muncy, 7 home runs. And, you know, they give us some other stats. I don't know what that means. But he can hit home runs. And he's batting .253, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. But he hits. I like this guy. He just doesn't look like an athlete. Strike 1, inside corner. And this guy Nola, he definitely looks big and strong. Like his windup, he might be the only one that should be allowed to do a windup because you can tell it gives him more energy. And just a simple one. Here's the pitch. Strike 2, and that was definitely low, but the umpire called it a strike. But it's 0-2. And you know, it's rigged against Kershaw. Here's the windup. And man, he is just kind of looks strong. And it swung on and popped up to left field. And it's going to go foul. Thank goodness. And Williams out there in left field for the Phillies. And it's 0-2. Oh, is this something? I'll refresh that. is my. I'm still going red. How am I going red? That's annoying. And it's still 0-2 to Muncy. He's still in there. He's hanging in there strong, but forget about Muncy. And Turner is on deck. So that's pretty good because that's Jesus. Pretty close to Jesus. If not, you know, the jury's still out. It might be him. We don't know. And I think I'm still red. And now my internet's going slow. Here we go. And still somehow 0-2 to Muncy. You must be hanging in there tough. You know, not letting any pitches go by. And it's still frozen. Let's go Shady Boy. Here we go. It's 1-2. Muncy is still in there somehow, some way. Here is the 1-2 pitch. And that's off the bat. And it was like a check swing and it hit him on the hands. And definitely would have been a ball. So, you know, this Nola guy might be pretty good. There we go. Make that a little bigger. Yeah, this Nola guy might be pretty good. His hair is very similar to Crawford on the Giants, but Crawford's got better hair. But I like this guy Nola, that's for sure. That's going to be ball 2. Check swing from Muncy, and man, he is really a tough out right now. And it's 2-2. And this Nola guy is definitely taking his time. I mean, come on. Bottom of the first. Kershaw's back. Muncy's trying to impress everybody, and he is. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, that's ball 3. And Nola does not want to give him anything over the plate, that is for sure. And it's now a full count. And if he's able to get a walk out of this, Muncy is my new favorite player. Yeah, that's a disciplined at bat. Batting 253. Maybe you should work on that a little bit. Catcher sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. And how many pitches has this been? That was 94 miles an hour on the outside corner. And probably would have been called, 5 fouls, 10 total pitches. I mean, is this guy the new Chris Taylor? And this is what I like to see. And the Dodgers last year, when we were just winning every game and it was easy, everybody hit like this. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Nola is struggling a little bit more. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And that is what we need to see. Here we go, people. Muncy just walked, was down 0-2. Just kind of disrespected Nola a little bit. Outsmart him, actually. And Muncy's kind of smiling to himself. And here comes Jesus. Back from the dead. We really missed him. Don't get hurt again. He's batting .275, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. And he does really well against the Phillies. So here's Justin Turner. And he's my second favorite player on the team. Yasiel Puig's number 1, but he's not doing anything this year. All right, here we go. This is where we're gonna score runs. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back. And it's gonna be 0-1. And that looked like a pretty good swing from Turner. And the girlfriend is home.
Girlfriend is home. Woo!
Yeah, I don't think anybody's here because the internet's going slow. So you getting here is not going to help. And it's still red. Jason Morgan, what's up, man? Hex R, what's up? Philly 500, how y'all doing? Thanks for coming, everybody. It's showing up red, so I don't know if I'm lagging or not. But if I'm lagging, thanks for sticking through it. Dodgers and Lakers for life. Catch me in an hour. Come back. What's up, Mr. Venice? Hex R. And yeah, Jason Morgan.
Wi-Fi off.
And the girlfriend's turning anyway. I don't know if it's gonna go better. And Turner is up right now, and that's why I can't get distracted. Oh, and the pitch gets past the catcher, and now Muncy's on second. So that walk that might be a killer. There's only 1 out, and maybe that's something that the catcher should have handled. And Nola, who kind of looks like a badass, and he's huge, and he just kind of looks like what you want your pitcher to look like. is not looking so great right now. Here's Turner and the 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. And Turner did not play yesterday. This is the first time I've seen him in about a month. I saw him play. I really watched him and actually did one of these live streams with Turner. So it just feels great. It feels right. Muncy is just being annoying on second. And he doesn't troll the pitcher with the leads. He just stands there like George Costanza would. And Turner just looks like such a badass in the box. Huge swing, foul back. And Nola is really just trying to throw it by him, and he's only getting to about 94 miles an hour. I think that's about as hard as Nola can throw it, but it is moving. This guy's got some stuff. You can tell just by looking at him, and just the way the pitch is going over the plate. Thanks for coming. I'll talk to you guys I got to talk with you guys more, but I get confused. And it's 2-2 to Justin Turner. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on and fouled down the left line. The third base line. First inning, OPP average this season, 3.11. And then in innings 2, so this guy does terrible in the first inning. And I can see why. Aaron Nola, he seems good. Like, if you saw him right now, you would see this guy's got some arms. He's got some size. He's a specimen. But Turner's at bat. That's tough. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, way outside. And Nola, it doesn't seem like he wants any of Justin Turner right now. And can you blame him? You can't. I mean, you should see the way he's looking. He's very aggressive in his swings. He's definitely going for home runs. And Nola knows that Turner knows that he's telling him that. So it's kind of got Nola shook a little bit. And it's 3-2. And we'll take a walk. Why not? But I'll take a home run first. I prefer the home runs. Nola gets the sign. Taking forever. Going from the stretch. He's a righty. Justin Turner's also a righty. Here's the pitch. Over the plate. And they're going to throw him out. It's a hit to the shortstop. And the shortstop throws out Turner at first. But Muncy is still at second. And that was definitely a strike. So I'm glad that he swung. And it looked like he hit it pretty good. But it is right to the shortstop. And the shortstop put a pretty sweet move on it and just threw him out at first. So there's 2 outs. And Muncy is still at second. So that's good news. And here comes... Please tell me this is Kemp. Who's this guy? That's Grindal, number 9. He's a lefty. And he hits for RBIs too, so he's actually pretty good to have in there right now. But I'd still prefer Pui or Kemp, because they're a little bit more fun to watch. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, strike 1. And just Monty Grindal, 261, 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. He started off the season like crazy, just playing so well, but his batting average doesn't seem as good as it could be. But for a catcher, he's pretty good. That's hit really hard. That is hit really hard. Keep going back to the track, and that's caught at the wall. Caught at the wall, 3 outs, and somehow Nola gets himself out of a jam. And we are going to the top of the second inning. And wow, Grindal almost hit a home run. That was like right at the line. It wouldn't have been a home run, but he caught it. And wow, that was about as close. And now we're going to commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. Sports Fury, what's up, guys? Oh, Sports Fury, you got to get to your game already. There's a big basketball game on right now. You got to get to it. I'll do the Dodgers. Thanks for stopping by. And you know what? If all you guys are coming from Sports Fury, that is good. Thank you for coming. And it says that it's red, and I'm lagging. So if I'm lagging, my bad. We're on commercial break. And Turner, a little bit disappointed with that one. He hit the ball really well. And that was a great situation for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first. So just good news that we're getting people on base and looking like the Dodgers. Because that was a top tier at bat from Muncy, who I don't know. Who is this guy? He's on the team now, but he seems to do pretty well. He was down 0-2 and fought all the way back. Walked and then went to second on a wild pitch. He's doing work, and then Turner doesn't hit him in. And we're still on commercial break. And is everybody going? Sports Fury, you got to get to your game. You're allowed. I'll stop by. I don't know how long I'm going to do these Dodgers for. But usually it just takes a little while for people to come. And I just got to just do the whole game. But yeah, we'll see. Because I kind of want to watch basketball as well. But don't worry, guys. I'm in it for the time being. If it gets 7-0 again like yesterday, you know, sometimes I jump out of the box. Because if it's 7-0, nobody watches. And still on commercial break. And if you look on my screen right now, it says free game of the day. So you can probably go find the game online somewhere. There we go. Or you can go to Spectrum. And yeah, now they're showing us the Cardinals cam, which is basically just replays of the previous inning. That's like a last inning update. And that was actually pretty good. For Spectrum baseball coverage, that was actually pretty good. Because if you missed the first inning, you would have at least an idea of what happened. But, you know, just show us the computer more of his balls or strikes. Here's Carlos Santana batting .221, 9 home runs, 33 RBIs. And this guy seems pretty decent too. Here's the pitch from Kershaw. Over the plate, strike 1. And it's 0-1 to Carlos. And, you know, he looks like what a baseball player should look like. He's not skinny. He's spitting tobacco. That was hardcore. Kind of like this guy. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. And that was 81 miles an hour. And I'm not going to lie, Kershaw does not look amazing. He gets the sign in the windup. A little bit awkward. Here's the pitch. Over the plate. Foul down the third baseline. And, you know, I don't think that was his fastball, but if Santana is batting .221, is that far ahead of you, you might have some problems. And now we got an advertisement for Cadillac. Find your local Cadillac dealer. And who buys a Cadillac these days? I would. But I haven't seen one in forever. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to the pitcher. And then Kershaw gets it and throws him out. And I always get nervous whenever it's a ground ball to the pitcher or any kind of play to the infield. Because the pitcher they're so awkward about it. And they always mess it up. So Kershaw, anytime he gets the job done defensively, that's good. But he also is a pretty decent hitter. Like when he's up, you know, you always think something could happen. And nothing ever does happen, but the fact that it might happen is pretty good. You know, it keeps you watching. And here's Michael Franco batting .262. Yeah, just a whole team of people batting way under 300. And he has got the Manny Ramirez hair going. That is awesome. Is this guy want to be Manny Ramirez? He looks very young. And the hair looked very much like Manny Ramirez. That was sweet. Definitely like this guy. Number 7. And it's awesome dreadlocks. Here's the pitch. Crazy curveball way in the dirt. That was 69 miles an hour. And it kind of looked like Kershaw completely lost control of that one. And now they're showing us the replay of the swing and a miss. His helmet came off. He was swinging for the fences. And you know what? This guy kind of looks like he's in the zone right now. So that's not good. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 2. And that was 83 mile an hour slider, I think. Or I think that was a slider. But Franco was definitely not swinging. And it's 2-1. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. And it's now 3-1. And Kershaw is definitely struggling. I mean, I don't want to call it too early, but if I was going to take a look at what's going on, I would say Kershaw does not look like... He looks like he's been out for a little bit. Might be a little bit rusty. And it also looks like his fastball just isn't as fast as it used to be. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. So it's now 3-2. And I really think Franco likes what he's seeing. I think he knows he can hit a home run. Like you should have seen his face just now on the close-up. And just the opposite look coming from Kershaw. So I would say, you know, probably advantage Franco right now. He likes what he's seeing. Kershaw gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, but called. It was low. It was low, and now he walked. So Franco's on base, and who's this guy? He's a lefty, Nick Williams, and he's 2 for 9 in the last 2 games with 2 solo home runs. So this guy is capable of hitting home runs. And I have a feel, but he's a lefty, and I think Kershaw will be able to handle this lefty pretty well. And whoa, man, the way he stands in the box is kind of cool. He's batting 229, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. But you know what? Nobody's back. He's a little guy. Here's the pitch. Strike 1, 89 miles an hour. That was the 4-seam fastball. That's not very fast anymore. Let's just call that one the 4-seam. And yeah, somehow we knew Williams wasn't going to be swinging, and that would be considered a meatball. It's 0-1 to Williams. Grandal sets up outside, and Kershaw throws it back to first. And Moonsie's playing first. I like it much better when Bellinger's playing first. But good for Moonsie. It's 0-1. If anybody's here, thanks for coming. Basketball's coming up. I'm doing Dodgers. If you're here from Sports Fury, they're amazing. You got to go check them out. If you're here get the conversation going. Whatever they're doing right, I want to do right too. So if you guys are from Sports Fury, help me out. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want. And yeah, still 0-2. And there's 22 pitches. And if there's a guy reading the comments while I was doing this, that would help. It's 0-2. Crazy curveball, and that is going to be a line drive to center field. And now there's 2 people on with 1 out. And these batters are not intimidated by Kershaw one bit. And he's got a huge smile on his face. Let's take a look. Yeah, that would be considered a hanging curveball. And he just kept his eye on the ball and stayed back in the box and just bam, hit it right to center field. And that was just a good display of hitting from that guy, Williams. I don't know why his batting average is so low. This guy looks like a younger Chase Utley. Scott Kingery, he's batting 217, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs. He's doing pretty good in the last 5 games, but this guy sucks. He's a little guy. And I don't know what happened to baseball players. They're all little guys now. It was that guy Altuve. He starts hitting well, and all these little guys think they can hit. And back when I was a kid, we used to have guys like named Manny Ramirez. And that shit was fun. What happened to the big guys? Even in basketball, no more Shaquille O'Neals. Just Embiid of all things, Philly 500 if you're here. That Embiid to me is the most exciting thing about. I love Embiid. And he was able to dominate the Lakers pretty hard. It was like one of the first games that I started doing the play-by-plays. I was like, oh man, who's this guy Embiid? And he just dominated the Lakers. And Julius Randle couldn't do shit. And it's 0-1 to the little guy who's batting nothing. Kershaw's kind of struggling. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's fouled back. And now we got an advertisement from Jack in the Box, Cholula with hot sauce. So now you can get burgers with Cholula, part of the Buttery Jack. And it looks like Cholula and Jack in the Box have a partnership going. And you know what? Anything to make that food better, I'm down. And Cholula definitely helps. So that's a partnership in heaven. But you know, I'm kind of more of a sriracha kind of guy. But I do like Cholula. But on some things, it just doesn't work as well. And it's 0-2. Let's go Kershaw. This guy sucks. He's like 5'5". Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. And Kershaw seems to be having a little bit of control problems. And Grandal gets a new ball and throws it back. And it's 1-2. And it's kind of like one of those pitches that back in the day, he could get people to swing at that kind of garbage. But it was a little bit closer to the strike zone. Like, he could get people to swing at balls in the dirt all day. It was his thing. But these days, it's just not quite happening. And they're hitting the dirt much too soon. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. And that was like a crazy sliding fastball across the plate. And he definitely owned him with that one. Kingery was not ready. Yeah, and that was Kingery was not ready. Way to go, Kershaw. You're striking out guys batting 195 on the Phillies. And already has 27 pitches. And here comes 38 for the Phillies. Jorge Alfaro. Batting 260, 256, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. And you know what? I don't even need to say these guys' batting average. I'm just going to say they're all batting 250. Except for the center fielder. He's the only one so far that showed any kind of promise. The center fielder, that guy was my favorite. The guy batting over 300. And Nola, the pitcher's up next. So, you know, let's hope we can just get this guy out right now. And then we can face the pitcher next time to start the inning. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on, and missed. Strike one. And it's 0-1. And if people are here, make sure you leave some comments. I know that I was lagging before. And I'm definitely lagging. So, you know what, my bad. And here's the... Oh, and now the batter steps out. Kind of trying to troll Kershaw here a little bit, I think. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That was a curveball that didn't curve. It just went flying up, and it was almost a wild pitch. But luckily, Grandal got it. So it's 1-1. And Alfaro, still, yep, they put it back up, batting 256. Kershaw gets the sign. Does that weird thing with his arms. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on, and that's going to be a ground ball. And this guy's coming home. Oh, play at the plate. And he's safe. He's safe at the plate. Franco had some speed or something. And it's 1-0 just like that. And now luckily the pitcher's up to bat. But Kershaw just got blown up there a little bit. It was a hit right to center field. And who's the center fielder? Is that Bellinger? Well, I don't think anybody could have gotten there much faster. And that seemed like a really good... Let's take a look in slow motion. He was out. I think he was out. Nope, he didn't have the ball. He didn't have the ball. He would have been out. It was a really close play at the plate. And he would have been out had Grandal. That was Grandal's fault. Great throw from Bellinger in center field. And now this pitcher is swinging like he's a badass. And yeah, now they're showing Bellinger right now. And that wasn't his fault. That was actually a very good throw. And Grandal just messed it up. And you know what? He looks pretty solid in center. Had the glasses on. He definitely didn't like the sun in his eyes. And he looked pretty frustrated on the last play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball one. So it's 1-1, and that was 90 miles an hour. That was the four seam. And they keep on showing the replay. And even Grandal took a little hit to the head. And I think he thought that he had the ball in his hand when he tagged him. And that is another pitch in the dirt. So it's 2-1. And Kershaw is not looking super solid. But maybe just needs to get through the first couple innings, get back to, I don't know. He looks a little rusty. His pitches aren't quite there, and he looks like he's laboring a little bit. And Williams, it looks like he's taking a huge lead. And Kershaw steps off the mound, and now Grandal's coming to talk to him. And yeah, you can tell Kershaw's just not happy with the situation. And it's 2-1. They keep on showing the play over and over again. And Franco, you know, maybe I don't know if you're allowed to run over the catcher anymore, but Grandal was definitely in the way. And that's a wild pitch. That's a wild pitch. That gets past Grandal. And now Phillies have runners on third and second. And it's 3-1 to the pitcher. So let's just hope that the pitcher doesn't get a hit. This Nola guy is not going down super easy. And he is kind of a badass. You can tell he's an athlete. Yeah, but he does look pretty nervous. He definitely looks a little bit nervous. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Kershaw, who looks like he's struggling. Grandal sets up in the middle. Here's the pitch. Strike two. And that was 89 miles an hour over the plate. And it was a big swing. And if he got a hold of that one, it would have been bad. Let's just really hope. Oh, there's the coach for the Phillies. He looks very young. He looks like he spends a lot of time in the gym. His arms, goodness gracious. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. And the batter, Nola, thought it was a ball. So he started walking down first. And it was a delayed strikeout from the umpire. And that's what we needed to see. Just one run. And could have been worse than that. Philly 500. No, not yet. It's still on the table, though. Am I lagging right now? Have you seen? Because it says that it's red. So yeah, if it's laggy, my bad. But we're on commercial break. Let me just go. And I'm back. Oh, it turns out I just looked at my phone. It is 71 degrees in Los Angeles right now. And you know what? It does feel about 71 degrees. Still on commercial break. Is anybody here? Philly 500, if you're here, thanks for coming. When is Sports Fury going live? That's going to be exciting. And I can't believe it's still only the... Let's take a look. It's only the second inning. And honestly, I think the fact that it's a free game, like the only reason I started doing this last year because Spectrum wasn't giving like half the city the game. And this year, I think they might be giving the whole city the game. Here, let me see if anybody else is doing. Anyway, let's talk about Dodgers. But it says, now we're back. Pretty rough couple first innings. Maybe Kershaw was lucky to get out of the first one, and then the second one, they almost had a play at the plate, and he definitely would have been out. And I think that Grandal hit him in the knee. I don't think he actually ever touched home plate. Is that what they're showing us? Okay, that is what happened. That's why they keep on showing us the replay. Franco never touched home plate. And now he's in the locker room for some reason. And Grandal, he's looking down on himself right now, and his hair doesn't look super cool. He's got a kind of a strange haircut. And now the umpire, I can't believe that he missed that. And now somebody is talking to Grandal. He's got a cross around his neck. Maybe this is the team chaplain. But he looks a little bit like Lincecum. This looks like poor man's Lincecum talking to Grandal. And I mean, come on, Grandal. He looks like he's crying. Here's Cody Bellinger batting .235, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. Last night he did pretty well. He's a lefty. Here's the pitch from Nola. Ball 1, and that was a little bit outside, and just a good eye from Bellinger. And he's just not quite hitting as well as he was last year. I mean, I wish Turner was in the lineup because I think we depended on Turner a lot more. Because I think Bellinger and Puig just benefited so much last year when Turner was just hitting with Turner batting well. And to pull him out of the lineup, and Bellinger and Puig just kind of fell apart a little bit, and Taylor. And that was called a strike, so it's 1-2, and that wasn't even close to a strike. But Spectrum won't show us the computer. And yeah, Bellinger's frustrated about that. That was what I would call a bad call. And, you know, he does have 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. It could be worse. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside for ball 2. And Nola is not scared to pitch these people inside. And I do like the way that Nola pitches. He's very aggressive. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside for ball 3. So it's 3-2 to Bellinger. And I'm okay with a walk. Let's just get him on base. It's the best way to score runs in baseball is to walk right off the bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's a chopper to first. And the first baseman grabs it, runs over to first, and Bellinger is out. So 1 out. And I think Bellinger dropped an F-bomb while he hit the base and then turned around frustrated. And I think he dropped an F-bomb. And here's Yasiel Puig. He's batting .225, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. I watched a lot of that at the beginning of the season, and it was just a slump. It wasn't his fault. He was batting pretty well. He was swinging at the good pitches. So this is just an anomaly, I think. Yasiel Puig, he's way better than this, and I think the math is going against him right now. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. And that was 78 miles an hour over the outside corner, and definitely did not look like a strike to me. But this umpire seems to love calling strikes. So maybe everybody on the Dodgers just got to swing a little bit more. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Huge swing. Strike 2. And wow, Yasiel Puig was swinging for the fences, pulled his head out a little bit. And that was a pretty good pitch right at at his knees. And then the bottom just kind of dropped out of it. It's 0-2, and I think he might be in Yasiel Puig's head a little bit. Here's the pitch from Nola. In the dirt. Ball 1. And Yasiel Puig's too smart for that. He's the crazy horse. He plays wild, or he acts wild, and he is just kind of a wild guy. But his batting is pretty disciplined. It's crazy. It's like he's bluffing the other way, just so when he bats, he's disciplined. It's 1-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, and they're going to throw him out at first. And Yasiel Puig almost beat that one out, but Franco, number 7, who didn't even touch the bag, threw him out. So Franco continues to have a pretty good game, and there's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. And I don't even know who's coming up next. My bad if I'm lagging. And if I'm not lagging, let me know. But it's coming up red. And who's this guy? Oh, this is the new guy taking the place of, I guess Chase Utley isn't playing right now. And here's the pitch over the plate, strike 1. And whether you're buying or selling your home, go to purplebricks.com. Purple Bricks. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, ball 1. And so far, this guy Valera had a pretty sweet diving catch. And maybe something Chase Utley couldn't have done. But I miss Chase Utley. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. And this Nola guy, he's also kind of smart about his pitching. He's kind of like he's like a big kind of strong guy. He's got a little bit of a Randy Johnson thing going. Just like a big righty. But not like Randy Johnson. And that's a ground ball to second base. And they're going to throw him out at first. So 1-2-3 inning. And we are going to the top of the 3rd inning. And Nola continues to look pretty good. And now we have a shot of a kid eating donuts. And that kid's going to be a nightmare in about 4 innings. He's going to be yelling all over the place. He's going to be running up and down the aisles. And then he's going to fall asleep for the rest of the game. I've seen it before. You give those kids sugar, and then that's the end of it. On commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. Is anybody here? I'm here. Nope, haven't seen Solo, and I'm just not going to. If it's on TV, I'll go see it. But yeah. You know what? I'm just tired of giving him my money, and I want better movies, and I knew it was going to be bad. So this one I'm just going to miss. But I messed up last summer, or I don't know when it was. I think it was last summer with The Rock. And what happened was I was like, you know what? Nobody liked the Baywatch movie, and it was just kind of a dud. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's too much of The Rock. And then so what I did was I missed Jumanji. And that was a bad idea. So maybe missing Solo will end up being a bad idea, but I missed Jumanji in theaters because I was like, you know what? Maybe The Rock this is too much. But I was wrong. You can never have too much of The Rock. And then I wanted to go see Rampage because I felt bad that I missed Jumanji and nobody wanted to go see it. I'm like, how could you not want to go see The Rock and a gorilla? That sounds like a match made in heaven. Like if peanut butter and peanut butter. And everybody wants twice as much peanut butter. You know, that's one of those kind of movies. But thanks for coming. Is anybody here? And usually more people come. But I'm going to refresh this. I just don't know why the internet is not going well. And now we're back from commercial break. MLB TV, watch every out of the market. Anyway, go to MLB TV, you can watch all these games. And this is Hernandez, number 16, and that's over the plate, strike one. And he's 1 for 1 on the night, and he bats first. Here's the pitch. Strike two. Oh, no, that's called a ball. So it's 1-1. And this guy, this guy's pretty good. Here's the pitch. That's hit very hard and popped up to Yasiel Puig. And Yasiel Puig makes the catch. But pretty big swing. But that is 1 out. And this is what we want to see. Because it seems like everybody's taking huge swings at Kershaw. Like huge swings at Kershaw. And I'm trying to think, I want to see what time is the basketball game. Here's the pitch. Huge swing, and that's Turner's got it, and Turner throws him out at first. And that was a beautiful play. Oh, it's at 6 p.m. Oh, it's at 6, so we got a half an hour before basketball. And then we got Turner at third. Thank goodness he's back. And Muncy playing first seems to be pretty solid. And now we got the Casino Morongo slow-mo cam. And that was just a good play from Turner. And it was a one-hopper to Muncy. And you know what? Muncy, he didn't get in front of it, but he did catch it. And that's one of those ones, if you're playing Little League, they'd be like, get in front of it. Be like, I'm not getting in front of it. I'll catch it. And you know what? You catch most of them. But Muncy's a pro. But definitely wouldn't be considered getting in front of it. And now Turner. All right, gonna have to refresh. Here we go. Who's this guy? Oh, this is Herrera. And this is the only guy that's good. And he lined out in the first. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball one. So it's 1-1. And I'm starting to get pretty choppy internet. And I'm still getting very low video output on YouTube. And you know what? I think I got on YouTube shit list. I don't know why. Probably for doing this. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and that's a ground ball to Kershaw. And Kershaw throws him out. So 1-2-3 inning. Or 1-2-3, half of an inning. And we're going to the bottom of the third. So this is starting to go a little bit faster. And is anybody still here? I will be in and out. I'm here at work. Oh, so are you not going to be doing the game tonight? Sports Fury? Nola is dealing. Well, he's looking pretty good. I'm definitely impressed with him. And yeah, I didn't see Solo, and then I saw Sports Fury's reaction to it right afterwards on their channel, and they weren't too into it. And just, you know what, I didn't want to be involved. And it says my video, I think I might be lagging. Commercial break in progress. Thanks for coming. And yeah, Sports Fury, if you're not doing the game tonight, that's it's Thursday. That's a little bit disappointing. Because that's going to be a big game. And you want to be boosting up as much as you can. But I'm doing Dodgers right now. Got to stop talking about YouTube so much. Because, you know what, I think I like YouTube as much as I like Dodgers. And just, everything's going slow. And I've never had anybody here when it goes red. So even two people that are here dealing with this, thanks for being here. But yeah, my YouTube didn't go red forever. Yep, it's still coming up red. commercial break in progress. Yeah, it's going to be a fun game nonetheless. And you got to expect the Warriors to win. And we're back. And they're showing us the third base coach, number 45. Got the helmet on, looking ready to go. And we are going to... What is this? Oh, yeah, this is the bottom of the third. And the Dodgers hitting has not been... It hasn't looked very solid, but this guy Nola seems to be pitching pretty well. And here's Kike Hernandez, who doesn't have much of a strike zone, so let's hope he can walk. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on, and fouled back. And Kike Hernandez batting .217, 7 home runs, 16 RBIs. But he is a tough out, and he gets on. And it looked like he had been doing a little bit better recently, but, you know, Kike Hernandez, you're going to have to get that up a little bit. He's very solid out in the field. You can put him everywhere. But that batting average wasn't looking too good. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And that was a curveball that started outside, and then Kike did not bite on it. So it's 1-1. And that's over the plate, swung on, and popped up to the center fielder, who calls it. And the center fielder catches it. And that's out number 1. And Nola continues to look pretty solid. And here's Kershaw. And Kershaw, he's not the easiest out in the world. The next movie that I'm excited about seeing is Jurassic World. And I'm a little bit trepidatious about it, only because they can so easily... They look like a lot of dinosaurs. And you know what? I love more dinosaurs. I'm going to be excited, but who knows? But when they decided to put the dinosaur in San Diego last time for Jurassic Park 2, I wouldn't say if it worked or not. So it looks like they're kind of going the same route this time, and I'm okay with that. Here's the pitch. Ball 1, so it's 1-1. And they keep on showing the third base coach for the Dodgers. Don't know why. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he just got a promotion? Maybe his dog just died? I don't know. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. And this guy Nola is not, but he's not putting any meatballs over the plate. Every single pitch so far has had some thought to it, and he knows what he's doing. And he definitely takes his sweet time. And let's go, buddy. The wannabe Randy Johnson here. And that's swung on and fouled away, so it's 2-2. And yeah, anyway, what next movies are you excited about, Philly? I mean, I can't think of any other ones that are coming up other than Jurassic World. I'm trying. What else is there? Oh, the new Mission Impossible. I'm down to go see that. The first Mission Impossible movie with Tom Cruise is so sweet. That's like one of my favorite movies ever. And then you know, the rest of them were okay. But that first one was so good. And now they're showing Dave Roberts. He looks pretty frustrated. And he spits like a camel. And I think he's back to the tobacco. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. And this umpire, he's got like a delayed strikeout. And you know, it's pretty sweet. But you just don't really know. But that one for sure had to be a strikeout because it's right over the middle. But just the way he did it. Now they keep on showing us the coach for the Phillies. And he definitely is also one of those guys that looks like he should be riding a dirt bike and not coaching a baseball team. Here's Jock Peterson. He's 0 for 1 on the night, batting .252, 1 home run, 18 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 1. And that was way inside. And Nola continues to not put anything directly over the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside, strike 1. So it's 1-1, and that was another... I think that might be like some kind of a breaking ball. And it just hits the corners. And Dave Roberts is chewing on his tobacco so hard, spitting like a camel. Genius coach. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. And I'll just take a home run. If anybody's here, thanks for coming. Leave some comments. Let's get the conversation going. That's a ground ball to the second baseman, and they throw him out at first. So that's Kershaw's out. And now we got a shot of Dodgers fans in the, not the outfield, but it's like they're eating at tables. It looked pretty fun. And one of these days, I'm probably better off going to the game instead of doing this. And Philly 500 still here. Thanks for coming. Oh man, are you the only one here? Yeah, it says that it's red and it says nobody's here. But if that's you, Philly 500, thanks for coming. Boston Cream? Is that a movie? I don't know. You know what I'll do is I could read some Dodgers news because this is coming up red. I don't even know what's going on. And only the computer is connected to the internet right now. It makes no sense. Please be green. Nope, still red. Well, I don't know what I can do about that. Still on commercial break. If I'm lagging, I'm sorry, people. And if more people don't come in a little bit, then you know what? I might jump off. Let's take a look. Yeah, and now the computer might be a little bit frozen up. Here we go. Carlos Santana is up right now. He's over 1. Man, 220-0 on the season. And it says, welcome back. What's going on? I think my stream is now over. Is my stream over? Anyway, can't tell if anybody's here. Don't know what's going on. I'll just keep it going. There's one out already, and now, oh man, they have a life-size Tommy Lasorda bobblehead at Dodger Stadium. Loads of good seating if you want to eat some food, but nobody's sitting. And I don't know if they're having bad sales over at Dodger Stadium, but it looks like a bit of a ghost town over there. But maybe now that it's 5:30, people are getting off work. And Dave Roberts what is he doing? He's talking to the bad boy. The bad boy's like, this isn't my fault. And I don't know where he went. Here's the, that's hit very hard. Very hard. Back to the track. Kike Hernandez make the catch. And I think that was Kike. I think he made the catch. I know that was Doc Peterson, number 31. The Canadian. And that was hit very, very hard. But 2 outs real quick. That's fun. And Peterson, you know what? It looked like he had the sun in his eyes, but it didn't matter. And Kershaw continues to kind of get hit hard. And the fact there's only been 1 run is probably pretty lucky. Ball 1 to this lefty, Nick Williams. He's 1 for 1 on the night with a single. And I guess supposedly he can hit home runs. Here's the pitch. Huge swing, strike 1. And I think the fact that they're both lefties kind of throws them off a little bit. But it's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. And let's take a look. I'm counting 1, 2, 3. Still empty seats behind home plate. And it's doing that weird thing where the shadow is like halfway. Uh-oh. That's a base hit. And this guy, Williams, continues to put the bat on the ball. And that's a single with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Let's hope he's not fast and doesn't steal. Because if he steals, that could be a problem. And who's this guy? Oh, this guy sucks. Scott Kingery. He's 0 for 1, batting .216. Kershaw kind of owned him the last time up, which is crazy because Kershaw hadn't owned anybody. So Kershaw might be in his head a little bit. And he's just he's like 5'0". Kershaw's from